Hi, this is Dawn, and this podcast is The Point, where we talk all things wedding planning in the city of Pittsburgh and beyond. If you're newly engaged, a year into planning, or you're going to say I do in 30 days, this podcast is for you. Hi, everyone. Dawn Takacs. Today, I'm going to interview the sweetest, most adorable couple, Kaely and Mikey. They are the recipients of our angel wedding program, and we are going to get them married on 7/26/26. It's about 2 weeks before the wedding, and the angel wedding program assists couples that are facing life-threatening circumstances. Michael was diagnosed with a stage 3 bile cancer, and we're going to learn a little bit more about his condition, their journey, what they've gone through, their difficult moments, their strong moments, and how the community came together to make something magnificent happen for them. Stay tuned, grab a box of Kleenex. You're probably going to need it. Everyone, thanks for joining us today. I have a very special Pittsburgh couple with me today, Michael Haley and Kaely Klinowski, and they are our angel wedding couple. And I'm going to start off with asking you guys, tell me how you met, one of you.
Do you want to go or you want me to?
You go ahead.
So we actually met on Hinge online, but funny enough, we both went to the same school and lived in the same apartment and never met each other during.
Shut the front door.
Yep.
Yeah, we have mutual friends, and they're like in our bridal parties, and we're like, oh, they know each other too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. What year did you meet?
2024,
Yep.
right before the diagnosis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you were dating how long?
For the diagnosis?
Yes.
Well, about a month and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not that long.
Yeah. On our third date, he was like, just so you know, I would love to still be friends with you. This is kind of like you're out almost. Like, this might be happening. It's nothing serious. But just so you know, like, before we get more involved, this is what could be going on. And it's, like, really hard not to fall in love with him. So, you know, obviously we just hit the ground running and took it as it came. So.
Everyone who meets him falls in love with him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that happened
I don't
to me.
know about all that.
He has that effect on people. So
He does. He does. He's a big velvet teddy bear.
he really is.
So, okay. Wow. Third date. Mm-hmm. You get the news. So I want to walk it back a little bit because I want everyone to hear from you about your diagnosis. And I promised you I wouldn't use the C word in this journey of your angel wedding. But today I'm going to break that promise to you because I think the awareness and as a young couple, what you're going through, like when we think of cancer, we think of people in their 50s and 60s and 70s. We don't think about people that are 26 years old. And that's how old you were when you had the diagnosis. Can you tell me how that unfolded?
Well, I guess from the very beginning, I've had GI issues my whole life and was going to a GI doctor, and COVID rolled around and didn't let me go to that same doctor anymore. They said that because of virtual visits didn't count, I had to go in person, and since I wasn't allowed to go in person during COVID, they said that I would have to be re-enrolled as a new patient. So in that time frame, I had to find a new GI doctor, and she did blood work and I believe an ultrasound, and my liver levels came back pretty high, and the ultrasound showed something. And from that, I went to hepatologist, and he originally told me I had absolutely nothing to worry about, and there was quite literally nothing wrong. And when I asked if I could have cancer, he laughed in my face and my mom's face that day. Then,
and your mother's a nurse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was hard hearing that whenever, like, looking back at it now, but we went on about it, and I ended up having I believe an MRI, and on August 30th, I was in the middle of taking a OSHA certification course, and 5 minutes before my hour presentation, I got a call from that doctor, and he said, "Hey, by the way, I was wrong. You do actually have cancer." I was like, "Okay, all right." And then it kind of just unfolded from there. And
can you describe the cancer that you were diagnosed with?
So big fun medical terms. It is stage 3B intrahepatic cholangiocarcinoma. So in easier terms, that is bile duct cancer. It's the tubes that go in and out of the liver is what is infected. So very easy to spread, very easy to become metastatic.
And you were at how old at this time?
25. 25.
And you just met Kaely. You were actually on your third date.
Yep.
I want to add that OSHA certification, he passed with flying colors, and that's like a testament to just how he is as a person.
I took the test, gave a presentation.
Yeah, we went to Kennywood that night. He refused to like cancel, and we had a great time. So, I mean, I just want to kind of testify your strength there. And
Thanks, honey.
absolutely.
Where does your strength come from?
My stubbornness from my family. I can say
Italian,
that.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That stubbornness is my whole mom's side is whole Italian. That's my stubbornness, and I don't know. I don't think that if you dwell, it's going to get any better. So if you have the negative outlook, it doesn't help anything. Just these are the cards you're dealt. Roll with it and move on.
Attitude is everything, and you have a strong faith in God.
Absolutely.
And I know that He has gotten you through.
Absolutely.
And so we are dating, and I'm going to lighten the mood a little bit. And you're building this bond. You're in a foxhole together, right? Like, and there's nothing that builds two people closer, quicker, faster than being in a crisis together. And it looks like to me, your union escalated really quickly because Kaely was there for you. She was your person.
Absolutely.
Correct? And so tell me what that was like for you.
So luckily, again, it goes back to faith for me. I think it all came together at such a time because I was working at a Catholic church, and I made fun of myself because my family's like, you're working in a Catholic church? Because I always had faith, but I never really developed into that until I met Mikey. He gradually nudged me here and there, like talked about like his faith, and I think we were brought together at that time. Like, at first we dwelled on it and we're like, we never had a normal life like a lot of young couples do. But it made us stronger from the jump because of the adversity. And so it was perfectly strung together at such a time where I wouldn't have it any other way because of how strong we are with each other. And we have been through a full life cycle almost.
Old souls, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first 2 to 3 months, like, everything we did together was, faith-based, hanging on by a thread. So that foundation was set for us. And yeah, I would say I had been like set up for adversity with cancer in my family and losing so many immediate family. I was like, I'm built for this. So that's why I wasn't afraid to tag along with him and really be there.
I was just going to say, I know that you've endured a lot of losses in your life. We have that in common, right? Our immediate family.
Right.
And it's sad to say, but you become more of a warrior with each passing, and it really brings into fruition how important it is, our relationships and the love that we have in our time here. But being there for somebody on those journeys, whether it's expected or unexpected, the only blessing that comes from that is it makes you stronger. And I think God put you with Kaely exactly for that reason, because she's a gladiator.
She is.
This is a tough girl.
Oh, yeah.
And how old are you, Kaely?
Just turned 25, yeah. So I was 23 at the time of his. I just graduated college, But I'm telling you, we lift each other up. It's like a rope. We're like on belay, like climbing up together. And
well, even like looking at it when we first met, Kay is from well over an hour from Pittsburgh, and I don't know, hinge settings, or you have to set the mileage, and it's faith. She was working at that Catholic church, and it just was 5 minutes down the road from my house.
And on Hinge, that was my profession, and he was like, oh my gosh, I used to go on retreats there, like in high school or whatever. He had known about it. Yeah. So we connected in that way, and it was really cool. Like, he kind of was like my best friend at the time, too, because I was kind of alone in that period of life moving out here, and it worked out literally perfect. For us.
The love that I can feel in this room right now gives me goosebumps. And I felt that the first moment that I met the two of you. When we did our interview, now I'm going to walk it back a little bit because you engaged. Let's talk about that. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Tell me about like how did he engage? Were you surprised? Did you know it was coming? Let's talk about that.
So we'll skip the raw footage of the night before. We were at a Halloween party and I didn't want to leave, and he was like, well, we got to get up in the morning, and I was like, oh no, like we're having a great time. Yeah. Well, I have a chronic lateness disorder, and I did not want to wake up. I was like, dude, we went to Jamontville Cross. I'm like, it's literally open to the public. What's the rush?
Yeah.
You know? Well, he had plans, I guess. So it was the one time I wasn't going to do my makeup. I do my makeup for every event and stuff. And he's like, are you not going to do your... Because he knows. Like,
He knows you're a girly girl.
I ripped my nails off that morning.
Usually I sit there and will profess all day long that, like, you don't need to do your makeup. Like, it's nonsense. Like, don't worry about it. Like, just, you're fine.
You're beautiful as you are.
Yeah, like, don't worry about it. But that morning, I was just like, hey, there might be a reason today. Like, maybe you want to do your makeup.
Was that a tell?
No, I was so just tired, like, because I like my sleep, and yeah, so I was, like, happy to go with him, but I'm like, dude, this is just another Sunday, man. Like, yeah, he didn't, he surprises me all the time with stuff, so, and I can't keep secrets, so he's very easy with that, and I'm very gullible, so it helps.
Well, I can't take all. I had a team help. Like, her parents and my mom and my best friend all helped coordinate and get it situated. So I can't take all the credit.
So tell me the good part. Everybody wants to hear.
Oh, so we were walking up to the cross. It's like an overlook of like all of what county is it? Like
is it Fayette?
Yeah, Fayette County. You can see everything. And we were literally praying together because everything was just, heavy, and we were just like kind of praising God that we were there in that moment together. And he gets down on one knee as I'm like looking out, and I turn around and I like drop to the ground. There's a picture of me being like, oh my gosh, it's like happening. Like what? Because again, we were together for 3 months at this point. Almost. Well, 4. But he got my parents' blessing a month before. And my parents like are very, very like, I'm their little girl, and they were just so ready to give it to him, and you don't do that in a couple months' time.
Not in 90 days.
They knew, they knew. And so anyway, yeah, the family and Marco, who was our videographer, because he knew how important it was for me to have it.
Yeah.
He rolls out of the woods like a ninja, and my whole family emerges from like the ashes, and they're like,
you're like, what's happening?
I literally thought I was hallucinating. I'm like, is that my mom? And I just lost it. And
it was great. What she didn't see coming up the hill, because she was finishing up her last touches of her makeup, was Marco in eye shot of us dive head first into the woods. And I was like, okay, she didn't see us. Like, we're fine. I was like, this is good.
It was a really intricate operation, and they nailed it.
Yeah, it sounds like a CIA operation.
It was. Truly.
Well done.
Yeah. It was the most beautiful moment for us, and everybody was just so much love. You already felt the family coming together. It's just been like that from the jump. So, yeah.
I love that. I know that our listeners will love hearing your story as well. So now you're a girl that's engaged, and you obviously there's a lot going on with his health, finances, all of these things. And you're thinking like every girl about your wedding. Like you start thinking about getting married, and you want to get married sooner, correct? Mm-hmm. Because life is uncertain for all of us, right? And it's relevant to you that it's something that you want to do. You want to be man and wife. You want to be married in front of God and your family and friends. And tell me a little bit about that journey. Tell me about what you did before we met.
Well, this is going to be a little dark but honest, and I think this will bring perspective for what the angel wedding has done for us that could do for others. Let's be honest, like, I think Mikey mentally, he wanted to give me everything, like, and I never really dreamed of that wedding. A lot of girls, they have the Pinterest boards, right? And I thought it was like, we're spending most of our time in the hospital and trying to just, like, there was no bandwidth for even thinking about a wedding. So I was always like, we need to go to JP. But, like, he's stubborn in a loving way, and he's like, you need your princess moment. And I'm not going to take that away from you. We want to be with our family and friends. Like, he was so adamant on that, because there was no, where I am is like, okay, the last thing I'll do is take your name, whatever that looks like if things don't go which we have so much faith, but you have to be realistic sometimes. And I'm like, I just want to take your name. And, you know, he just said, you know, once things smooth out, but as you know, the clinical trial process was so extensive, it was just never in sight. And so when I was actually like at my lowest, and he was too, we were traveling for over a year, like across the country, to find something for him because every line of treatment wasn't working for him. And then Beth reached out, his childhood best friend, and made the connection for us. And next thing you know, after I was so sad. I was calling all these venues. I was like, can you guys just be flexible on a date? That's all I was needing, is like a date. We looked into parks, and like you have to get on a wait list for like a year in advance. And I'm like,
all the Allegheny parks.
yes, I'm catastrophizing. I'm like, oh my goodness. And
this is not going to be as easy to do a shotgun wedding.
no,
You know, I use the term shotgun because
Yeah.
that's an old school way of saying that, but it's not as easy as you thought. And you do have the option of getting married at the Allegheny courthouse, which you mentioned when I first met you. But why was that not an ideal for you?
like I said, Mikey is so stubborn, like, because he just loves me so much. And I told him, I'm like, we can just have this huge dinner with all of our family and stuff. But I just think, I mean, if you want to touch on that, like where you were at with everything, I guess.
I'm kind of just reiterating what you said. Anybody realistically could go to the JP, and that was a very realistic choice for us at the time. But, you know, with the circumstances given, it still wanted it to be the most memorable day possible. And, I mean, thankfully we're rolling up to that right now. But
and I think, like, our relationship happened so quickly. We wanted that to feel, like, not rushed. We wanted to be able to actually experience that with each other. Because one thing that cancer can't take away is that wedding process and, like, being engaged and enjoying your life.
Yeah.
We wanted that time to be engaged as well, even though we never know how much time with anything.
Right.
So Pittsburgh Brides, like, literally gave us the blessing of hope and the time that we needed it most with the trial process. And what happened 2 weeks after we got the wedding announcement, he got into a trial. So again, God was so present. He continues to be present through our angels, our A-team, and that's a wrap on how our life has changed since then.
Yeah. So I'm going to just say, when I interviewed you, because we interview every couple, you'll be the fourth angel wedding that we've done in 2 years. And when I interviewed you, my father, it's a picture of him back there. He was one of the most kind and compassionate men I've ever known in my life. And as is my nephew, Mikey. And so when I met you, and my father's name is Michael, and when I met you and I heard your story, like, when I hung up from that call, I knew that God put us together for a reason. And, you know, everybody has their different faiths and perspectives and everything. But I just knew, I just felt so compelled to do something for you. I wasn't sure what I could do, because one of the points on your wedding was, you know, you asked me point blank, we want a pavilion in the park, a porta potty, chips and queso, and we want to be married around our friends and family. And I'm like, I got that. That's no problem. And then Mikey says,
Big wedding. My dad's one of 11, so right off the bat, it's pretty hefty number.
Yeah, you said you were expecting 170 on your side and 100 on your side, 270, and I'm like, okay, I need time to process. How am I going to find a venue in a very short window of time that's going to be able to allocate a space for 300? And I was like, give me a day or so. And then, you know, things start coming together. And to date, and today is July, what is today? July 8th? July 9th? It's July 9th. You're getting married on 7/26/26. So you are literally 18 days away from getting married. And we've had over 32 Pittsburgh Brides vendors step up for you, from venue to catering to photography, videography, content creation, florist, even your dress from MB Bride and your tux from Joshua out there at the 700 Club or Burke's, like everything across the board. And when the word got out, you know, and Melissa and I put the word out, like people just started diving in saying, I'm in, what do you need? And I was like, for me, yeah, we've done an angel wedding before, but the amount of people that stepped up that never knew you, that didn't know anything about your story, that just blindly just dove right in the water and said, we're in. What do you need? Was so humbling to me. And I know it is for you as well. But it shows the glory of God. It really does. It shows that there's something divine happening that we have no control over. Like, and I know when that call was made, and I'm a little bit emotional right now, but when we hung up, I remember like, that's it. I'm in. We're doing this. We're going to find a space. We're getting this done. And nothing matters to me. And I'm one of those people that I'm like hyper focused. Like when I have something and it's like, don't bother me, leave me alone. Let me just get the job done. And my husband, God bless him, he's like, I love that you're doing this wedding, but I'm going to be really glad when it's over. So I can have my wife back. Yeah. But I want to talk a little bit more about how you felt after that call. Like, because I know that you had tried contacting the Knot and Wedding Wire, and you sent some letters out, and you were looking for like different ways to get assistance so that you could expedite your wedding. I mean, most people take 2 years to plan their wedding, right? And you were like, that's not a reality. Or we're hopeful, right. But like, I want to be his wife. I want to get married now. I don't want to wait. Yeah. And I want and you want her to have her Princess Bride wedding. Yeah. So tell me how you felt after that call, both of you. I know, and be real. You can be real.
Be so real. Do you want to go first?
I don't think it like clicked for either of us really. I think we were more like what the heck just happened, and then after a second it was just like, oh my goodness. Like that call happened, that whole thing actually like went down, and I would say like probably like just like a flood of emotion.
It was when you're little and you see the videos of you're going to Disney, but it was like 10 times 10, or what I imagine like hitting the lottery is like, but times 10, because one, those inquiries that I made, because I'm in PR, so I thought, okay, connections are everything. I don't want money. I didn't expect anything at all.
I know you didn't.
And you know me, I apologize for everything. So I'm like, I really am not trying to come at this angle from, expectation. It's more of any kindness that can connect us to a flexible vendor that can kind of steer us, because we can't really plan this. So yeah, I think you might have saw me rocking back and forth and sobbing, because I'd spent the weeks prior, praying for a trial and calling every vendor known to man almost, and getting kind of shut down, and so that changed. I mean, I think you're more of a realist. My parents are realistic, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But at the time, not knowing anyone, for sure, we were like, this has to be too good to be true. Like, what is going on? Because luck had been not on our side for a very long time.
Right, you had said that.
And you've told me, like, I'm waiting for something bad to happen, and there's just blessing after blessing unfolding for us.
Yeah, it seemed like, and you had made that statement, like every time the phone rang, it was bad news, and that you were living with this great crowd above you. And like when I hung up that day, I was like, I'm going to put a rainbow out there. We're going to sprinkle some sparkle dust. We're going to make some magic happen. Just because I believe that I can, and because I want to. And on this journey, it's only been since February 26th, and you're getting married 7/26. I've fallen in love with both of you. Like, I fell in love with you that day. You were just so adorable. You were like, I don't care if it's a pavilion in the park, chips and queso, and a porta potty. That's all I need. I just want to marry this man, and I want to be with my family. And it was like that movie with Jerry Maguire. You had me at hello. Yeah. Like, when I hung up, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, they have me hook, line, and sinker. I'm in. And I'm just lucky. I'm so blessed with so many amazing individuals that have stepped up. Kara from Charistia Events, the Hype DJ duo that's going to be your DJs, David English from the gorgeous Glen Eden Barn. And when you walked in and saw Glen Eden Barn for the first time, Kaely, you were like a 5-year-old girl at Christmas. You were just like walking around, like wide-eyed, looking at everything. And then you were so able to identify with David, being as that he's a stage 4 cancer survivor, and he shared his story with you. And that was a really surreal moment.
That was a lot of emotion in a very, very short time to take in. And in just like such a great way. That was really cool. Like seeing your wedding venue where like you're going to marry the love of your life, and then talking to David and oh my goodness, his story, like all in a couple hours span. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah. And it made it real, right? And it almost made it like that is the place that you were supposed to be married all along.
Oh,
like God just pushed us in the right direction with each other so that we would find each other. I have absolutely no doubt about that whatsoever. And everybody is so joyous about it. They're so excited. You guys are like celebrities within the Pittsburgh vendor community. Everybody is so excited. They want to have time with you. Kaitlyn's like, do you mind if I message her? And Kara's like, I need to message them and talk to them. I'm like, you guys are like, you don't know it, but you're like celebrity status. And it's because you're just so adorable and likable and relatable. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this podcast today, because I really wanted people to see the root of the story. For the vendors and the community coming together, the world has so much hate and so much where we're disconnected from each other. And I want to show that Pittsburgh is one of the most amazing cities in the world. And there's still wonderful people out there from all backgrounds, all demographics that like can carry the load, when there's a need, and they are so excited to do so. So tell me, well, let's talk about your wedding a little bit. So we'll talk about some fun stuff. Yeah. Tell me, what's the one thing that you are most looking forward to?
I'm going to cry. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, besides the ceremony, you're going to say dancing.
Well, but when that door opens and I see him, like, every time I see him, we're like, so it's just going to be unreal seeing him up there, like, just the perfect person for me and all that we've been through. Such a glory-filled moment, that environment itself, but we could have got married, like I said, with porta potty, and like that is you feel it's like holy ground there. And so seeing him there with all of our loved ones and the glory that's came from this community, like all the love radiates from you guys as well. We want to see everyone just as much as they want to see us. We're all like family at this point, not to be cliche, it's really true.
Yeah.
Everybody's there for each other and we trust each other 100%. So all that coming together and all the work you guys have done to showcase our love like that, that was a long answer.
And I appreciate that. You've thanked us a million times over and over. And at one point I said you could stop thanking us, like we're doing this because it makes us feel good, because it's something that we want to do. My husband, he's the first one to say, we don't do things for others because we want to do things for others. We do things for others because it fills something in our heart that needs to be filled. Like it makes us feel good, like that we have value and that we're giving back. And, but I'm going to circle back. Mikey, what's the moment that you're waiting for? The same moment?
I'd probably say the same moment. I cried at a couple friends' weddings the past year. I cried a lot at my best friend's wedding last year, but I know like as soon as I see her, I probably won't be able to keep it together. So we'll see. We'll hopefully that I can maintain enough composure, but
I don't think composure is a word on that day. I don't think for anyone it's going to be, and that's good. We want to feel everything. Take it in. If that doesn't happen, things don't happen realistically to us like that, and let alone this weight of the situation. So
yep,
they do now. They do now. Like I realized the journey that you were on, the reality of it hit me in Valentine's Day when we went dress shopping. And you told me, you're like, Dawn, this is the most fun I've had in 20 months.
Right.
You're like, this is the first moment that I've had of like joy, and we're both excited and we're looking forward to something. And everybody needs that. We need to look forward to something. And I remember I had called you about something, or I told you Adam wants to talk to you from the bartending service when you came to the Sip and Shop, and you're like, is it bad news? And I realized that mentally you were programmed for that. Mm-hmm. Like you were expecting everything to come at you to be bad news. And I hope we've turned the page a little bit, that the phone calls are coming in and the things are happening, and that you realize that God is bringing good things your way. Like I feel that. And we have, also some affirmation of that, correct?
Oh,
absolutely.
I keep like lovingly yelling at you to stop doing so much, and for everyone to stop doing so much for us, because it's insane the amount of support not just like monetary and service based, but the love and like, hey, if you ever need a moment to breathe, like people know us now and they know how we feel and get overwhelmed. They put us first in the mindset of we're not going to bring up the C word, but we sure are going to act accordingly, knowing what they're going through. And that's amazing. They put themselves aside. They're professionals, but they kind of come down to our level and know where we're at.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And I love that about the A team, the angel team.
Yes.
And for everyone listening, we call them wedding angels in the angel wedding program because all these people that are stepping up are angels. But you also have had some rainbow and light on your condition, correct? Your cancer. You've had a little bit of good news on that this month too. Can we share a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. On my most recent scan, the big thing that we were worried about was, again, metastases. It had spread in the past to lymph nodes, and I've had those removed from surgery. But this most recent scan, the trial, it did not spread anywhere past my liver at all. So we're just so
Amen.
gracious, such a big win.
Amen.
Still attacking the liver pretty hard, but I thought for sure they were going to say lymph nodes. They said 2 scans ago that one of my lymph nodes was enlarged, and from past experience, that means like that's a no-no. And this time around, it was clear. So, fantastic news for us right now.
I love that. And the doctors gave you a pass this month.
Yes. No chemo or treatment or anything like that for all of July. So we get to just enjoy it. No sickness.
Groom
That'll be
mode is
great.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Groom mode is on.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling it?
Yep.
Yay. Yeah, you look great. And I told you that the last couple times I've seen you. You look great. And again, attitude is everything, and, having something to look forward to. And okay, so let's talk a little bit more. I want to ask you this, Mikey, because I know that Kaely mentioned this, like how difficult it is to be in treatment. And you're kind of in this bubble, right? You're dealing with this, and the outside world is happening, and they're a little bit disconnected from the reality of what's happening to you. Like, how would you tell family members or friends, like, to address and cope and help someone that may be in your same situation? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I'd say that's a complex answer, but the big thing is, regardless of my condition, like we like talk about all the time, like I'm just Mike. Like it's a lot easier to, just ask how my day's going than ask what the cancer is or is not doing at that moment.
Great answer.
So I would say while it's totally okay and great to check in and discuss that medical, it's great to just keep on thinking positive and kind of going about it. Treatment specifically, I've been on 4 or 5 treatments now, and they've all kind of been different. This go around kind of puts me out for about a week or so, but so like I guess at that time appreciate a combination of just checking in and but I also kind of like my quiet during
Right.
that time.
Yeah.
So thankfully my work has been super accommodating. My coworkers and boss have been phenomenal. Kay has been nothing but phenomenal. Same with family. So
And you're working full time all through this.
yes.
You're a gladiator.
Thank you.
You are definitely a gladiator. As far as that's such a relevant topic because, again, there's an oversaturation point if every conversation that you have with everyone is about your cancer or their cancer, or if they're identifying with it, and it gets to a point where it's all consuming, and then you lose your life. Like you lose a sense of normalcy, right? So, and I recognize that early in conversations with you, Kaely, and that's why we told the vendors, we're like, let's not talk about it. The C word is out. I want you to treat this couple like any other couple, and let them enjoy this wedding journey and this experience. And I hope that the A team has done that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh. We just had the best time the other day getting to spend time with them. It's just so precious. And like you said, all of it's for not themselves, but literally they just want to like, they're like supportive friends, but they have services that they're giving. Like it's so
Yeah, we're all
cool.
going to be friends when it's all said and done.
It like flipped the script because like you said, especially at this age, like a lot of people don't realize behind the scenes, like when you see like, unless we make an update for like GoFundMe, like, hey, this is happening with Michael,
Sure.
then we'll get an influx of like messages. And it's like, I don't think people, not that we're like, please text us all the time, we want you to feel bad. It's
Right.
more of a, people are literally like, oh man, like he's sick. Because sometimes, guess what? We're in love and we have to make the best of things. I've tricked myself into thinking nothing's wrong. And then you're sitting in that room, you're between scans and it hits you like a truck. And that's the livelihood too, is just people that aren't seeing you day to day because he is a gladiator. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but he's able to carry himself in that regard. And I think that's the biggest thing we want people to take away from this is just what he's able to push through, what we're able to turn into love. Like grief and joy complement each other in such a way. The contrast is what keeps us going, you know?
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. You're very wise, both of you, for your age. You're an old soul.
Thank you.
You're an old soul. Is there anything that you would like to say about your cancer to bring any awareness?
Well, from reading some statistics the other day, I am a frequent cholangiocarcinoma.org, so lots of great info on there. It is a lesser known cancer, but it is actually the third most deadly at the moment because there is not a huge influx of known treatable chemos and immunotherapies for it. There is just such a select few, and it's considered a newer-ish cancer, and it is also not super common to our region. So definitely awareness.
I'll drop a link in the comments for people so that they can learn more about it. And I know that you're really humble about gifts of any kind, but I'm also going to drop your GoFundMe. If anybody wants to make a donation, they can do that. I know that. I know that about both of you. They're both shaking their head now.
Really cool.
No, if you're listening to this podcast, because these two are very humble young people, and they appreciate any little gift that they've ever been given from us. And that's why we want to come out really big for them, because, and I've said this to you before, Kay, too, like, yes, you were nominated for the Angel Wedding program by your friend Bethany, who is also like, boy, is she a big angel, and we're going to take good care of her. I got big plans for her. But this isn't just about Mikey. It's about you as well. And it's about you being there for him and being his gladiator and, you know, dealing with every medical treatment, every bedside diagnosis, every surgery, everything, and just being his rock and being there. And like, I remember having this conversation with you, and you're like, I just can't believe this wedding is happening. I don't deserve this. I was like, you absolutely 100%. You deserve this. You deserve this moment. And Michael knows you deserve this moment. And I am so honored that you allowed us in. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I'm going to cry like a baby when you go down the aisle. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm holding it back because I'm going to be like, check, mission accomplished. And then we are going to dance and party our booties off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you. I started to tear up just because, like, yeah, it's just, I want everything for him. He's just such an inspiration to me, and to get that credit, like, it's nothing, like, I'm his partner. Like, in sickness and in health, we've done it, and we're going to do it for as long as God lets us.
As long as heaven will allow. And
absolutely.
You know, like my mother used to say, don't listen to those doctors. They just practice medicine. They just keep practicing it until they get it right. Right, exactly. And I think you've heard enough stories to know that you have to just trust in God, because he's got a plan for you. And there's been so many amazing stories out there. And as strong-willed as you are, and as strong-willed as she is, in the power of the love that you have with us, I think God has big plans for you. And I'm looking forward to our barbecue with the vendors for your first anniversary.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
We're going to be partying.
Right? Which is so great. And like,
And I kind of said, I told you that because I'm planning on it.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, that works
like
for me.
I'm calling you out on that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
We want to give back any way we can, like whether that's just like contagious kindness and optimism.
Yeah.
Everyone needs it. You guys gifted that to us, so if anybody hears about our story, I just pray that they take something from it and maybe hold a door open for someone if they're having a bad day, or ask how someone's doing. He's sitting in the treatment chair, texting everybody, checking in on how they're doing. They don't even know he's in the treatment chair, and he listens like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? So, it doesn't matter how bad a day you're having, someone else is having a bad day. Like, just
no, we since diagnosis, like people always say, like stop and smell the roses. The two things I think we've both learned through this absolute heck of a journey is it's a lot easier to be nice to people than to be rude to them. And you don't know what people are going through. There are some people that are frantic about what color car they're buying, what color house they're buying, whatever. And at the end of the day, you don't know what's happening. And to jump to your point earlier, like, you specifically, what a warrior. Like, again, seeing some people we know and some people that we see online, whatever it is, the way you carry yourself, it's impressive.
we gotta cling to the joy. That's literally it.
Yep.
As fluffy as it sounds, I think that's the key to life. Listen to me,
Yeah.
like, really, like, what else do you do, right? So,
Yeah.
I think because we've, not to like toot our own horn, like the positivity we've put out, I think it's coming back to us full circle, and
Absolutely.
that is a thing in the world, guys. Just so everyone knows, like,
Yeah.
just continue to keep your head up and lift other people up, and it'll come back to you.
Yeah. And whatever God has planned for you, I know that you're both going to be successful, incredibly successful. Kaely, you're so strong, like, and you're so articulate when you speak. Like, I know that we have a little transition in your job right now, but I know that there's something bigger and better out there for you, and that you're going to rock it and kill it. Like, I am so impressed with you. Like, we signed you up for the Angel Wedding program, and then this last 5 months, and normally when we do an angel wedding, it's really fast. It's like within 30 days. And your story is a little different because we've had 5 months of planning. And so I've gotten to know you guys a little bit better through that process, through everything that we've done. And I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. I've enjoyed every moment. I've enjoyed getting to know you. And what I've learned about you is you are an old soul. You're incredibly intelligent, and you are going to kill it. Like, and he is so lucky to have you by his side. And I am blessed. I am blessed to be a part of this and be able to watch my Princess Bride. Everyone, I nickname her Princess Bride because she's so strong-willed. If you watch the Princess Bride, you will learn that she's very opinionated and very strong-willed, but in a love way, like, because she loves her man. And that's kind of why I wanted you to watch that story. So I know you'll promise me that you're going to watch it,
It's
just
on
so
the
you can
watch list.
identify.
We are. Before we get married, 100%. I just love you. Thank you so much for all of that, you know, and I'm so blessed by all
blessed.
of you.
I'm blessed. We are blessed together, and I'm looking forward to the big day. I'm hoping we're going to have everything wrapped up by Monday, and you can take 2 weeks off before you get married and not do anything but just chill. Can you do that, Kay?
I just took a deep breath. Did you notice that? I'm like, hold on a minute. Yeah, just be a bride and groom. And like, we've had so many fun experiences through this we would have never had. And because of you, you're our fairy godmother. To those who don't know, she's our fairy godmother as much as I'm a princess bride. And truly, it's a ripple effect of you and your team. So we're so excited.
Thank you. I love my team. I love you guys.
We love you.
It's going to be a great day. And will you come back and podcast with me after the wedding?
It'd be our honor. Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's
I want to.
cool.
I want to like hear like your feedback on how everything unfolded.
Yeah.
People think you need 2 years to plan a wedding, and that's one of the follow-up podcasts I'm going to be doing. I was like, you technically don't if you have the right team and you have the right people, and you find the right venue and you have the budget and everything in place. And we'll talk more about that on another podcast. But thank you both for being with me today. I think this was a great conversation. It was organic. It was natural. And Mikey, you know that we're praying for you every day. And while I may not mention the C word, I'm thinking of you every day. I'm thinking of you every day, and I'm sending you that positive energy. And I kind of know, like my mom said a long time ago, like when I first started dating Billy, I met Billy when I was 40, right? I got to tell you the story really quick. Yeah. But and this is, I hope this won't offend you, but when she met Billy, Billy was like, he's Italian. He's like, my neck hurts, my back hurts, then my hip hurts, this hurts. She's like, I'm not going to live much longer. My mom looked right at him and she said, you're not going to die. You're going to be fine. If you were, my daughter would know. Because like you, I've had a lot of people in my family that I've lost.
Yes.
And I always have like this sixth sense feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It's odd. It's almost like God warning me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes even specifically down to whom it's going to be.
Right.
It's protection. It's almost like this mechanism that kind of warns you in advance. And there's a million stories, and we'll have them after your wedding, and I'll share some of those with you. I feel nothing but bright lights and sunshine and future for you. And, you know, my lips to God's ears. I hope that's the case. And I don't want to come across as arrogant, but I don't feel that. I don't feel that negativity that I feel that I've had in the past. And when he said that, when my mom said that to Billy, he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, you'll learn. You'll learn that this is true."
Oh yeah, you called me at the Dollar Tree and told me we had a scary scan. You're always ready to check in. You're like, Kaely, I'm just telling you right now, like. And I was like, oh God, like dooming myself. I'm like, I don't want to tell her.
Yeah.
If something's bad. No. Next day I called you. We were crying, talking about, you know.
Yeah.
Just.
I told you it was going to be okay.
Yeah.
It felt good.
So.
It felt good.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
Her and I are so connected. Did she tell you about the cell phone thing?
Oh my gosh, it's scary.
I don't think so.
I tell her all the time. It's like gross how similar and like in sync.
Yeah.
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 Well you know me
I mean, I want to sign off, but I have to tell this. Like, I'm driving into work and I'm looking at my cell phone, and it's iPhone 15, and I pay for my phones. I don't do like a billing thing because I don't want to be obligated. I want to switch carriers if I need to. And I'm like, you know what? I think I need to upgrade my phone. And this was the day before the Randy Fione thing that we went to, right? And I'm like, I think I need to upgrade my phone. And normally when I upgrade my phone, I give it to one of my team members or somebody that I know needs a phone. And I was like, oh, wow, Kaely's phone was really cracked up and broken. I was like, I'll give her my phone. I'll buy a new phone, or I'll just give her my phone. Within 5 minutes, you text me and said, hey, Kaely's out of the loop because her phone broke.
Oh, that was the same day.
Out of literally thin
Out of the blue.
Wow.
And I had just literally told my husband, I had called him on the phone. I was like, is there anybody in our family that we need to give a phone to? Because I'm going to give my phone to Kaely when I buy a new phone. I had just told him that. And Billy is like, you just told me that. I was like, and Mikey just texted me that. I was like, there's just something with this girl. Like,
That's
well, the
so
fact
funny.
that you thought of me first just speaks to your character. I'm just being honest. So that, and then the creepy part that we have. But it was a match made in heaven for all involved. I truly believe
No, that's
that.
so funny. We always
Yeah.
joke about like coincidences, but like
There's no such-
we always
There's no
call
such
them,
thing.
No,
we call them
absolutely
God
not.
sightings. Like we're
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah. Wherever you stand on your faith and your opinion, you know, and we all have different ones. Like, I'm a big believer that God puts you exactly where you need to be at the right time, at the right moment, in front of the right people to help you learn whatever it is that you need to learn on this life's journey.
Yeah. I love the quote, it's we're all walking each other home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys are walking us down to the aisle.
We're getting down the aisle. Okay. God bless everyone. Thank you so much for being with me today. I'm sorry we were storytelling a little bit. We kind of rambled on a little bit, but I love these two and I love being with them. If you want to learn more about, and please pronounce the cancer for me because I'm bad at saying it.
Cholangiocarcinoma.
Cholangiocarcinoma. I'm going to drop the link for you so that you can learn more about that. There will also be a link to Mikey's GoFundMe. If you want to make a donation, you can. Make sure to and if you have any questions for this couple or you want to wish them well on their wedding day, 7/26/26, baby. Yeah. Comment below for us and wish them well. Kaely and Mikey, I can't wait till you're the Haleys.
Kaely, let's go. Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And for just being our advocate and our fairy godmother. And so cool to be here and be able to talk to people. And we just want to shed light and blessings to everybody and Dawn's podcast and her team. So thank you so much.
Love you. Let's do this.
Let's
do this.
Getting married.
Yay, we're getting married.